Ciao belle e belli, benvenuti a Wwoofing and Geology. In this video blog I share my stories on cool organic agriculture projects and geological beauties in Italia. This first episode is about Campania. Here, like many other regions in the Mediterranean Sea, summers are getting hotter and drier. There is less and less water. And still people abandon the countryside to move to the city. So how can we grow crops, regenerate the land and recreate communities? So I went to Cesare and Valentina to see how they tackle this with the ecosphere. Valentina and Cesare are really warm, kind, enthusiastic people, and I really loved learning from them and working together with them. So they've actually started in science as researchers, but they moved to permaculture, and actually they combine their work now with teaching at schools. And the core activities now at the ecosphere are agroforestry, rainwater harvesting, reusing materials they have for rebuilding the soils and for construction, and also create activities and workshops and courses to share skills with the people around them and also the practices of permaculture. Well, I've learned really a lot in this week, but I would like to share only 3 things with you. Well, in this picture you see a kind of mini forest. It's aligned with shrubs, herbs and trees. And what they do here is called syntropic agriculture. Well, there's different layers of trees. There's the herbs, first pioneer of the land. There's target tree that eventually will produce food like almond or hazel. And there's trees growing fast like acacia that can be used like the branches and leaves to mulch and so reuse the nutrients to give to the ground and then eventually to the trees. And there's also invisible layers. The fungi, the bacteria living in the ground and feeding the trees with nutrients and with water. And what I find fascinating is that these trees haven't received any irrigation in the past 2 years and still survive. So this is really a nice techniques that can be used in wider areas in the Mediterranean Sea to produce crops with little water. So, as I told you, in this place it doesn't rain a lot, so it's nice to have a little bit more water infiltrating in the ground to feed the plants. And what you also have here is a lot of clay in the soil, which enhances soil creep, very slow movement of soil downstream, which is not something you really like to have in your place. So what they came up is to dig small canals with a very low gradient, like 2%, to channelize the water away from soil creep areas and to have it infiltrate in the ground exactly at the place where the trees are. So 2 nice things at the same time. And in this picture you see bamboo sticks that Cesare and I put in the ground in a very hot morning using the water level. So what you see here with the sticks, it marks the place where the new channel is gonna be dig. And in the next picture you see that the channel is there, the Toscana channel. The first night I arrived there, Valentina told me, Andrea, we forgot to tell you, we have a workshop of non-violent communication guided by Valentina. We just said, of course I'll join. So what they do is to organize courses and workshops about agriculture, but about personal development and self-knowledge. And they do this with people around, in the villages around. And so they create a kind of community to share knowledge and skills with each other. And what was super nice, it was in the week I was there, was the birthday of Cesare. So we celebrated it in the area of the ecosphere. We had nice food, a lot of people coming, we played music, and also they shared stories with each other. So it felt like a big family. We move on now to the second part, the geology of a plate boundary between Europe and Africa along Italy. And well, Campania is a hotspot for this. Volcanoes, earthquakes, there's a lot going on here. And I went to Pozzuoli, which is at the edge of a huge caldera of a supervolcano much bigger than the Vesuvius. And I will show you a couple of pictures and explain more. Ciao! Picture yourself 2000 years ago. A marketplace. This is where the Romans exchanged the goods coming from all over the empire. Well, after that, of course, something happened. And, well, if you see the columns, you can see that they're colored black and there's like small holes in it in the lower and middle part. And these were created by organisms living in the sea and digging into the columns, like mussels. What happened here? Well, because of movement of magma and gas and water in the subsurface, the ground level changed as well. It actually went down up to 6 meters in the Middle Ages. So basically the sea invaded this area and filled the marketplace up to 6 meters. And after that, the opposite happened. So the ground came up again, and now, well, actually we can walk through this old marketplace. In the area around Pozzuoli there are a couple of small volcanoes, and with a friend of mine we actually climbed one of these, which, well, it's a hill around 400 meters, which was created by one eruption in the 15th century. And it's really cool to think how fast actually the Earth can change, and also impressive to be able to walk at the edge of a crater. We have a mystery. In the area of Sant'Agata de' Goti there are a couple of these triangular pyramidal shapes of landforms, and there's many stories about it, how they formed, but actually no one really knows. So I have a little quiz for you, and the question is, how did this landform form? The option A is an ancient civilization before the Romans built it. B. The Romans tried to rebuild the Egyptian pyramids here in Campania. C. The picture is photoshopped. And D. Which is a landform which is formed as a result of erosion of tilted stratified rocks. So what do you think? We have arrived at the end of this video blog. In the next one I will share with you the answer to the quiz and my stories on Abruzzo. Do you have any questions about this topic, about agriculture, about geology, about my journey? Let me know, text me, I will answer you. And I give you a big hug and see you next time. Ciao!